National Football League, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Chargers and the Jets on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former 2nd overall pick, now in his 3rd season out of BYU.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass.
There he goes, right side. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 60 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
7 yards there and a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
At the 34-yard line.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. To throw is Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And Eckler's going to pick up a Chargers first down as he'll take this down inside the 45. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Go. Here's Herbert. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. First and goal, Kelly. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 70. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll run with Hall. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now a 2nd and 2. It's Ekeler again.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
Ekeler now between the tackles. And some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Chargers 1st down.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Donald Parham, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And New York set to take the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. This is intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Herbert has it knocked free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. His throw incomplete.
And his drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert now. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, Herbert. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Herbert. They'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This one deep for Wilson. And from this, and that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score and striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked out all week long.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Joe Flacco leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Aiden O'Connell sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Kenny Pickett, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. It was Austin Eckler who was the star of that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will.
And he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at the fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on third down now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This is fielded at the 27. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Jets will take over first and 10. But once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's got room at the 30, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That third down conversion good for 23. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
On second down, a run with Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
On the toss, it's Hall. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Joey Bosa, so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll roll him out right. And he just chopped that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that. But let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 108 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And the Chargers first down.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett, a 14-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense for the Jets ready to take over.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the... Back now here at MetLife Stadium. They'll come up 2nd and 7. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown! Breece Hall, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Gerald Everett with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He finds his man complete. It's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now they're in the hurry up. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On third down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Breaks a tackle, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flushed out right. Out to the right here to Wilson. Oh, this is awfully close, but it looks like they're going to move the chains. They somehow get the conversion there on 4th and 9. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing is Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Again, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson changing the play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They go play action now. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. There he goes, left side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Now, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So here is Wilson and the Jets. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:21 the time left. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Wilson on 1st down. He dumps this one off here to Hall. Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Throwing again here, Wilson. That is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Wilson will throw again, eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.